Okay, y'all. Anyway, I think it was in the middle of a scripture where you're. Why can I not think? For one thing, it's very late at night and I should be going to bed soon. But where you're. It's basically where your money is, there your heart will be also. Or where your focus is, there your heart will be also. Where your time is, there your heart will be also. The point of the scripture is saying, look at what you put everything into, and that is where your heart really is. So if you're putting everything into the Lord and time with Him, money for the church and for His causes to help the poor and the downtrodden and like orphans or people that they need extra help. If you do that first, I tithe to the church because they do all those things. Um, then I don't think that your focus is money, but I think you still can get out of hand with it because I have before. So even as a YouTuber, matter of fact, specifically because I'm a YouTuber, because we're supposed to have content, right? We're supposed to have things to show you that you can say, oh, I think I might want to buy that too. So Beth bought it. Um, just gotta be careful with it. That's all. Just you have to be honest with yourself and pray and ask God to help you examine yourself. And there's been times where I'm like, Lord, I apologize. I'm out of hand. And I'll take a break from buying. Also, my sister pointed out something to me. Not that she doesn't ever buy anything, but she says shop from home. And boy, that line. I was going to go get a tassel for a key, and I had taken one off a bookmark I didn't like, and I had just thrown it in my desk drawer. And I remembered after she said that, because I was going to go buy a tassel at, you know, where was it? Joann's Crafts, and like sewing stores or Bed Bath and Beyond, where they have draperies and they have tassels, places like that. And I thought, wait a minute, I do have a tassel I could use, and I tied it to that key and shopped from home. So, but also, I have been through a change in the past couple of years, just like those of you who work, and really those of you who may not work outside of the home. You're a homemaker and you're raising children, and that is work that you never get a break from. I also work with women that are, they have kids at home. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it in this day and age. It's just different. But we don't dress like we used to. It used to be hose and heels. Then it was just pantsuits. Then it was just, pants with jackets, which isn't a suit, technically, not matching suit. And then it was kind of like, skirts without hose, which I don't like to this day. I still wear hose, or either it's a maxi, because I'm so pale, and also I don't know. There's something about that that's just too provocative to me. I don't know. But some people say the same things about hose. But anyway, I just feel like they're more polished look. They're more comfortable in shoes. I don't like my barefoot in the shoe. Well, so who knows? It may come back. The poor hosiery industry, I don't know how they're surviving, except probably making support pieces for people to hold their bellies in. But anyway, so I've gotten nice looking tops, but they don't have to be business looking, just business casual. And then the bottom, because I'm mostly work from home, I do go in the office, I'll wear a nice slack. Or if I'm at home, I just wear, I wouldn't say sweatpants, I do sometimes, but jeans or casual pants. So I got this top, and I got it in two colors. I just love this color. I feel like this with a pair of white slacks, this beautiful royal blue. Plus, if you notice, it's got a white trim around the lighter, more like a not robin's, it's like a sky blue. But the royal color, that would be beautiful. All this would be beautiful with white jeans. And I have some wonderful white jeans. If you can see, it's a little bit smocked here at the top. It's a long sleeve. It's got kind of a loose elastic. I always like a 3/4 sleeve, and I'll tell you why. Even in the summer, I get eaten up by mosquitoes. Same thing with spring. Whenever I'm outside, I always get eaten by mosquitoes. And then the babies go in and out the door, barking at squirrels and things, and there's mosquitoes coming in the house. So I have to cover myself. And if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. I'll have whelps. It's not like anybody around you. I mean, it's just like, I don't know if I'm allergic to that or whatever, but, and other people get a bite. I'll have 20 bites in 5 minutes. It's like, they say there's something in people's bloods, whether it's the type of blood or because I'm so sweet or because I wear perfume. I'm not going to stop wearing perfume, so I'll just wear long sleeves. Plus, it's just comfortable. But anyway, I like it. And it's kind of tunic toppy, which, I think you're going to start looking frumpy. Look like an old lady. I am an old lady. It's okay. But I won't look fashionable. So there's that one. And then I also got it in this beautiful kind of melon color with hot pink trim. And so I got to try one of them on and just make sure they fit. And if they don't, then I will send it back. Also, I got some really neat stuff from my bestie for my birthday, and she just now was giving it to me, and she knows, because we just haven't been able to get together, and she knows me so well. One of the things she knows I love is fall, and so anything fall, any fall decor, candles. We are trying to cut back on candles just because as you get older, your lungs are really sensitive to heavy fragrance, especially Lance, and now it's starting to even bother me. But I still burn candles. But anyway, I try to do the 1 wick instead of the 3 wick, or either do 3 days in a row, 1 hour at least, and just light 1 wick and a 3 wick so that it will all burn down even. You always need to burn at least for an hour for it to get all the way around to turn to liquid, and then when it dries, it dries properly, and you can burn it down evenly all the way to the bottom instead of, I don't know if you've ever noticed where it'll burn down the wick in the middle and you've got all this excess on the side. So, but one of the things she gave me was, actually this isn't all that came with it, but this is the cutest little cutting board, and it has homemade apple pie and the recipe of that on it. And she said, you can use this just to hang on the wall because it's cute, or she goes, this would be a cute personal charcuterie board. Like if you and Lance are having charcuterie board for, snacks before dinner. Like if we're going to snack and then wait an hour and a half before we actually have dinner, or while we're making dinner if it takes a long time, then we can just make, little cheese and crackers and some fruit. Where both of us just kind of pull off this, like have a few rows of cheeses and a little bowl of crackers and a little bowl of fruit, and while we're watching TV, or just so I think that's really cute. But this also was stuck down in a oven mitt, but it's the square quilted oven mitt, so it's not actually like the mitten style. So it's a square, so that you can get your hand in it. It has a slit across it, and it's a little pocket, this exact size, oven mitt size. And instead, this was stuck in it. And it also had attached to it with a little piece of twine, a little measuring spoons tied to the little bow. So it just looks just a little, it was kind of a modern looking stainless steel. Instead of the actual round, it was more like little rectangle, but it's the right, teaspoon, tablespoon, half teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, all that tied to it. So it was just really, really cute. And then also, instead of a candle, some potpourri that is fragrant but doesn't put it so much in the air, which I thought was very thoughtful. And maybe I'll bring that up and show that to y'all too. I'm not saying I'm moving away from candles though, y'all, because y'all know me. I am going to do me some candles. Okay. Here's the other thing with a lot of medical things that I'm going through lately. I'm often in the hospital having tests run. I've had to have stuff run on my neck, which, by the way, for those of you who have been praying for me, they said I am not a candidate for neck surgery at this time. So, meaning that's not going to solve the problem. So I'm going to do some physical therapy. But one of the biggest therapies is retail therapy for me. So, of course, I always have to go to the hospital gift shop. Ours is a really good one. And I always find really good earrings, so I got these. They look just like real diamonds. They always do in the beginning, though, don't they? When they're nice and clean. But if you clean them with ammonia, like get a glass, put a little, inch of ammonia in there, and put your little cubic zirconias and your diamonds, anything that doesn't have something precious, like a pearl that would be affected. That would ruin a pearl. This is the other ones I got that is a pearl. And then rinse it really, really good. By the way, always be sure and close the drain when you're dealing with earrings so they don't go down the drain when you're rinsing them, and then put them on a towel, push it away from the drain, and then let all that out. Also warn you when you're dealing with pure ammonia, it can really get to your lungs. So only pour a tiny, tiny bit and then close the jug back up. I was told by my jeweler to use real ammonia instead of like a Windex because it's got a coating. The Windex has something that keeps it from streaking that kind of goos up on your jewelry. But this is also a, the brand is called Main Street for sensitive ears, cubic zirconia, nickel free, and hypoallergenic. And this is more of an Aurora Borealis opalescent type color, and it's a smaller stud. And then this one's just a plain clear one. It's 18 karat gold plated studs, $7.99. It's not a lot of money. And then I just thought this was a pretty size pearl. I've actually got real pearls, so why did I do this? Mine are pink. They're pink pearls that Lance got me, and they're on a hook that Lance got me in Charleston, and I just like the stud. So I got those, and these are $12.50. So not a lot of money. Also made me kind of feel a little happy, celebrating when I came out. You know, because you go through that kind of stuff, and it can be depressing when you have medical issues. And I know the real therapy, though. It's not retail therapy. It's not physical therapy. It's Jesus therapy. I go to Him, I pray to Him, and say, Lord, this is scary to me, but worst thing that can happen is I'll die, and I'll be coming to see you. So, in person. But in the meantime, I guess in the reverse of that, it's suffering unto death. And I've seen a lot of suffering in my day, and nobody looks forward to that. I think you'd be out of your mind to say, oh, suffering's no big deal. Of course it's a big deal. It doesn't matter whether it's because you have cancer and you're going through chemo, or you have arthritis. Like my arthritis is getting really bad and it's painful, and there's no cure for it. There's some things they can suggest. I'd love y'all's suggestions if you want to give them. And there's emotional stuff like depression. There's all kinds of things that we deal with. But I can tell you this, you'll deal a lot better if you have Jesus by your side. Even with those things, He can walk you through it. And that's what's helped me. Well, I guess that's enough for right now, but I got some more fun stuff that I'll show y'all later.